So he said, Amuna Gilui Saga. He said, now we're going to the Gra. I think we saw this yesterday. We'll see it again now. They write, and his buyer Inyan Dikna de Behamanusa, Dikna de Erikan Pe Nikra Amuna. So now he says that Amuna is called Dikna. Fi Shahudachidas Gilui or Ein Sof. Al Yadesh Sa'aras Adikna. I was just having difficult understanding what he means by that. So the beard is also the same thing as the word Amuna, and then his answer is that because Amuna is revealed that the beard, that the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, that's the first place he's revealed. That's what that has to do with Amuna exactly. Shehem Sindoras Nakim, I said he's explaining that Asher Bechem Mislavish V'Nizgalah or Ha'alyon. That's what he says. That's what he says. I can't quite make it make sense to myself unless I say that like I said before, is that the gilui of this this light is mashma, that there's something beyond the light that's not megala. That's what I want to say. So the concept of what he called the faith of the Jews. As or Ein Sof Ein Sham. Now, I think we did number 7. I think so. Rabbi Biragua, he says. Yeah. Okay, we're going on. We're on number Ches. So Vihine. So now he says Vihine. So Vihine Chabibir Vizohu Lefi Loshen Bir Hagrua. And it said, so he has this phrase now, he's using a phrase like the faith of the Jews, or Amunas Yisrael Shabbat, that's in it. This is what he wants to say. By reaching for it, or he said by Amunah, which is faith, that we're reaching by Sigim Yisrael as or Ein Sof, that the Jews actually reach the light of the Ein Sof at Khan. It doesn't know we have faith, so that faith brings us there. So he wants to say like that. So he's very specific about the language of the use. He's using the word the Amunas of the Jew. He said it's on a little bit gilui, barasaga who mitzad his lavshus or Ein Sof bitzindoras dakim. So he said again, the chasaga mitzad his. So let me give it. Kan hagilu barasaga. So it means something that you could reach toward. Whom mitzad his lavshus or Ein Sof bitzindoras dakim. Shalasaras addicted. So the vushim the akara. Shemei behemshech is going to talk about that later on. The Ein Zecha b'tzad Amuna, but this is not b'tzad Amuna. Ak b'hiyosh al yedech Amuna, but through Amuna, masigim Yisrael as or Ein Sof, that we can actually reach the light of the Ein Sof. V'kach kol gilu v'chasaga or Ein Sof nikra Amuna kumoshin is boyer. So this goes on with the idea that I've been hearing from other people, especially from these guys from Breslov. Let me see what's happening here. The Panemius, I saw this in, just was reading this thing for the Sea of Wisdom, and he says that the Panemius, which what we're trying to learn, is really bringing on that light. Let's see if I can get a little bit more here out of this. Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to get this focused. So he said, "V'hina l'chayra yesh lomer od, yesh lano od." We have more than this. Chada, one of the things is mas shaykh hasaga be'ein sof. What, I'm not sure what he means to say here. Mas shaykh, what does it pertain to? This hasaga of the ein sof. Halo ein shum hasaga be'ein sof. So what is he trying to say? Shahaber l'chein nikra ein sof. That's the reason why it's called ein sof. Mishum ha'eder of sagarasa, because it's lacking the ability to be able to reach. It's beyond our can. So it gives us a side reference there. There's more than this. He says, what else? So I'm not sure. How does this pertain to saga to the concept of Amuna? v'seichel k'nayda. So what can you reach? What are you trying to say here? But maybe you could explain it like this, he says. The kusha mitoretzes so I'm just get my glasses are such that I have to sit in in order to see this, I have to have my head in a certain place. So I start looking too close, I can't see it anymore. Okay, so it says the kusha chada mitoretzes b'charbita. So that one problem answers the other one. We understand it. Mitzad the seichel v'adas. In that way, there isn't any. Elakol hasaga v'chakara or ein sof hu raka yedira b'muna. But the only way that we can understand is the faith that we can reach it. That there's something beyond that we could reach. Tahainu mitzad amunas Yisrael. So there again is that phrase again, the faith of the Jewish people. So he says, shemamos. Once again, the Shamas B'nai Yisrael yesh lechem koach l'chatzig, that it has the power to reach ayedera b'muna through this called amuna. Ve'ein zera b'chasaga b'tzad seichel v'das, but that's not a saga that one could reach using seichel. Now, let me just say that again. He says, Shamas B'nai Yisrael yesh lechem koach l'chatzig ayedera b'muna. But that's not the same thing. Amoona is not the same thing as something you can grasp mentally besides seichel v'das. Elohu inyan hasaga v'chakara b'tzad nishmas Yisrael. This is very difficult to really get a picture of this for me. He says hu inyan hasaga v'chakara. So these two words, reaching and recognizing. Mitzad nishmas Yisrael v'nisad and our neshamas. Now, maybe that's why I could translate it. None of them have a saga or ein sof, a reaching towards the ein sof. So amuna or chachma doesn't really help them. The saga, because the whole idea of Sifra could tell us, the saga amuna. So that ability to be able to picture that. They used to say the pintel yid. So he says because he wants to say, I think, that inside of every yid is this ability to be able to reach this. Only the Jews for who sowed amunas Yisrael, and that's the secret of the, I'm calling it now the pintel yid, Shekasa Rabbeinu, that Rabbeinu talked about here. Let's look a little bit more. And he says, so now what we're getting here from the Gra, this is a Gra, wow. The or Ein Sof Nizgal of the Madach of Islamshu, so that it's really revealed, that it's all clothed, that again, that Sof Nizgal of the Madach can be revealed through its clothing. Ki lechein maskil or ein sof his galos belevushin the sa'aras the big besod levushin the kara. So he says so it's clothed inside. So that exactly where he's going here, I'm not sure yet. So we see as we're learning it in this way, according to the words of the Rizal, in the Eitz Chaim, and he says that Shark Gimel over there again. Or ein sof betlaceration, the fact that the light of the Ein Sof is in the three heads of Erikan ben Atzilus, who nimsar b'nigla malatachtonim, because of that his lavshus, then it makes it possible for the tachtonim to what? Be revealed, that it's something can be revealed to them. Who nimsa b'nigla alatachtonim. This is exactly the language that he says, Hine, hama'atza la'elyon, who brought about the a separate world, a hiddenness, which is called the Olas al Atzilus, who hanikra b'shem Ein Sof, so that Ma'atzel is the Ein Sof. So he says the Ein Sof, the Rov Oloma, because of the tremendous amount. This is the word Olam really means hidden worlds, or hiddennesses, not worlds at all. It just means hiddennesses. Could call it a world because it has so much within it. Okay, so that's world, hidden world. The Rov Olomo, Amok means Se'enu, it's so deep, it's so panimi, that who could find it. So he said, "V'inyan hu." So the Inyan is like this: Ki terem hatzlavshus. Before this is Slavshusa, before he was mislavish in there. Ein mishi, it's again klal v'ikr. Nobody could possibly be able to have an appreciation of this at all. L'chein kadei sheyichach absharos b'tachtanya l'kabel katzas ha'ara, so that we should be zeicha to be able to reach for this ha'ara and receive a little bit of it, memento, this lavish benignos of the spheres of Kesser. So now we're talking about the head of Erikan ben Kniskar b'Sifra Zohar. He said b'Tukunim, the armor the ains of Tomer the Gones go Kisra Ilo. V'achei Slav Shusabo. After that, Yesh Kor b'Tachton b'Kabel Katzas Aram memento. You could get a certain amount of light from it. Amnam kashecha be'ainsach of mislavish b'masha l'mata memento, but by clothing himself in what's below him, hine hu mislavish begimel reshim. So this is how it goes. The guy, he clothes himself in these three different heads of Eric Anpen. This is what it says after this. Hi Atika Kadisha. Okay, we're still Atika Kadisha. He said Ishtakach begimel reshim. So he says Hine hu mislavish begimel reshim. He said V'zecher she'amar acharkach Hi Atika. Atika or Kadisha is Eric Anpen. Ishtakach begimel reshim. I guess that the Ein Sof Baruch Hu is found in his three heads. A pirish ishtakach. What is it? What it means? It's found in Zorah Lomar. Shehu nimsa lona v'nigla. He's found for Shehu nimsa for us. V'nigla aleinu, and then reveals himself to us. B'hi yosef islavish go elot flas ration. Okay, I didn't say I was going to call him back, so we lost Rebbe there, and. Where am I? I've got to find them. There it is. Okay? We're back. So he says, B'hiyos mislavish go elo plus ration, the fact that he manages to clothe himself inside of these three heads. She'im lo hoy mislavish, lo koy nimsa v'nigla elatachtainu. It wouldn't be found, it would not be revealed to the lower worlds. Okay, that's what we're holding here. Let's look a little bit more. So now we have a little bit of language. Let's see how it goes. Amnam rei b'sefer beis alamim. So the sefer beis alamim, hala hidra rabba. So he says, rabba. The Shabir Begavanas and Gra Vizel Lashon is still working on the Gra. He says, wow. He says, because the dikna, the beard, is called, this word faith, or mahamenusa, causing faith, something like that. Well, let's see what it is. Kamosh Kosov going to favor Sifra, the Tzdiuta, who Amunas Yisrael, he calls it by that name. Shabo, Shabo. So he says that those words are hard, difficult. Al Yedei Hadekna, Mashlimim as a Ein Sof, we complete the Ein Sof. What does that mean? The whole work of the Jews is to be able to reveal the light of the Tikkunim Shal Partzufim. And the Tikkunim, we learned previously in the RABBI, it says it means it's mantas of the light. So again, the word of Avodas Yisrael Kul Legalus is to reveal the or that comes through these tikkunim, which we're normally also referring to the beard, Shala Partzufim. The main way that things work is through Zer Anpin. Now, his words, I think he's talking about all the Zer Anpins. That's what I was thinking. That he means all the Zer Anpins of all of the Olomos. Because all of them have the same, in Ovi, particularly you look at it that way, you can see that all of them are the same. So let me just read again if I can make that work. He says, Hu alagalos or atikunim shalapartzufim. Vika hanhaga hu b'zer anpin. The way that things actually work is through Zer Anpin, and I know through the Malach Matat. We call it Tikunim Shechel Dikna. We shall call the Partsufim. And he means in all the Partsufim, we call Noidelo the Zer Anpin. All other no Gael, lo the Zer Anpin, they all pertain to Zer Anpin. In the Harbus Oro, O Lamayid, Chas v'Sholom, which we see now. Boy, you take a look at Jewish people, where we're at, and boy, is God hidden from the majority of us, unfortunately. So all of them really depend on the mitzvahs that the Jews do. The way that you can get the shefa, the beginning of shefa, Shalzer Anpin, who Minadikna, really comes from the Dikna Adkan. Now there's a lot to be said about the Dikna of Zer Anpin, and the Dikna, but the Dikna of Zer Anpin really has a great deal to do with Eric Anpin. So therefore, we're talking about Diknas. So we saw that over there, Sham. Al the Idra Rabbah, Zal the Shon, the Kavarn is Boyer. He says, already explained like this. Shachadikna Nikra Merumanusa, the Dikna is called by this name, the name Merumanusa. And he says, Shabbat Mashlimim as Ein Sof, who klal Amunas Yisrael, which is the klal, which is talking about the Amuna of the Jews. What is that? He says, Shabbat Mashlim. I'm really concerned about the phrase, Shabbat Mashlimim as Ein Sof. So, not sure what that could mean, what Mashlimim means there. Who klal Amunas Yisrael. So this is generally speaking about the Amunah of the Jews. V'kol ha'Torah v'chamitzvah taluya l'hashlim v'legalos. So he says the hashlim goes along with the galos. Yichudu Yisbarach. So why lahashlim? I'm not sure. So he said adkan. Now this is Gra speaking. Ein sham. V'chein bir b'beis alamin l'hamon sham. V'sal l'shanu tikun abriya. Who legalos midaisev the kare racham v'chanim. So we've seen this before. This is in the beginning of the Otzes Chaim. He says abriya is legalos midaisev is to reveal God's attributes, His midos. The kare racham v'chanim, so that could be possible. Like the Mekubalim are written. Right, so look over the Beis Havik, who Giloy Adikna, and what is it actually? That there is a Dikna now that has the ability to be able to flow light in limited amounts downwards. So therefore that's why they're called Tikunim. So there is the phrase again, Mashlimin. They complete the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. That's impossible, so that's why I'm having a problem. It can't be that completes it. It means that they complete the light of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. Okay, so we're down into the next section, but I want to read the next part here and finish up this little bit here in the Sifra Ditzniut, and then there's going to be some arichos, another test, which we could do another time. So he says, let me just see something. Where does this go? Because I know okay, good. So he says, so this is the first reference that we've seen to the Leshem. So I'm not sure I really understood this. So let's go. Leshem Shabbat v'Achlama. Beer kan b'zal l'shonaki. Mechayud gimel tikuni dikna he name misham who call hanisid hanigla. This is where all the miracles come from, the revealed miracles. Ashechim ha'edid v'hamamuna al kol ha'torah, which they are the testimony and the faith of all of the Torah kula, k'moshavaz the Ramban, sof parshas bo. He said v'lechein v'lekach. Therefore, nikroim ha'yud gimel tikuni dikna ve'minusa. So that's the reason why they're called AMOONA. So he says that is the miracles, the what? That's the testifying on all of the Torah. And so you would have to look over at the Ramban over there. And even so that there are nisim also that are hidden. They're also testimony and AMOONA. Now, once again, Edus and AMOONA testimony. This is like what's Edus? I mean, they're testifying to the existence of a power beyond our world. Haniglim Aim Meparsimim Biyosel Mevim Mudagam Belev Arishayim, but not only that, but the AMOONA spreads. Now let's see how it says. El Shahaniglim, the what is real, Aim Meparsimim. In other words, there are secret nisim all the time. Or maybe not all the time, but the secret nisim. But here the revealed ones. What do the revealed ones do? They have an ability, El Shahaniglim Aim Meparsimim Biyosel, they're more publicized. The it brings this AMOONA also as far as the Rishayim, the Chaim, the Crime, Yud Gimel Tikkun Dikna, Menusa, the Menusa. So it's called. I guess it means the cause of faith of the cause of faith. So again, V'chein Mehemna Shlema. So was it Pasuk and okay, so let's go on. He says, Al Derek Zera B'Nikra HaMalchus D'Chatzilut B'Shem Amunas Yisrael. So therefore, the Malchus of Etzilus is called the Amunas Yisrael. Why? Mishum Shehi Pasuk Hashar L'Hoyer the Ha'or the Ein Sof, because this is actually the opening, or to get to the light of the Ein Sof, the Misyachet Etzilus, which is in the unity with Etzilus. Asher B'Shom Hu An Nisim An Niglim Benizka, because from there, and we're going to read this again tomorrow, try to get these words together. Hu An Nisim An Niglim Benizka. Okay, that's that share right now. Let's find a way to turn this off. And